All right, here's video number 3. This time I'm sitting in my car. It looks like I'm real short because of the way the thing's sitting up, but it's literally the only quiet place in my house right now. So I'm sitting in my car outside. That's okay. It's 92 degrees out. It's funny, I can only see my head up here. Try to fix it. All right, that's a little better. So this one is going to be an update video to me and my best friend's swap meet venture. So week 1, a couple Sundays ago, we went to the swap and we had an idea of jailbreaking iPhones. He's a real techie kid. He knew what he was doing, and he knows I'm kind of savvy and like to sell stuff, and obviously I'm a full-time car salesman. So we went together in on that, and we showed up, and to be very frank, we showed up unprepared. We thought since we weren't selling a product that we didn't need as many beautification items for our booth. So we just kind of went. We went, we had a table, we had a speaker for music, and a couple laptops. And that was not enough, because if you know what a swap meet is, just again, think big flea market. There are a million different things with a million different people selling them. Everything from haircuts to staining your deck, to tools, to socks, to groceries, everything. So that said, that's a big thing, because the reason that's a big thing is because no one knew what we were selling. We're just two kids standing there. We had a couple t-shirts made up, which I'll try to edit and put on here. But yeah, we had a couple t-shirts made up that kind of maybe piqued people's interest, but not enough. So within the first hour, we had automatically started asking every single person that walked by, hey, you got an iPhone? Hey, you got an iPhone? We must have said it a couple hundred times each. That's literally how our day went. And I'll kind of get to how that went. So that first hour, we sat there, and it, like I said, we were probably there about 7 hours. And that first hour, it took us 30 minutes there to be like, all right, no one knows what the hell we're doing. We need to do better. So because we were unprepared in the marketing side of it and making it look nice and getting people to know what we were doing, we had to make up for it somehow since we were already there. So what we did was, like I said, everyone who passed, do you have an iPhone? Hey, you got an iPhone? Hey, you got an iPhone? And I'd say about half of the people who passed by said yes. Half of the people said no, they had an Android. And of those half that said yes, as soon as they said yes, hey, you got to check this out. We're trying to draw attention, trying to give ourselves a chance to sell this product or service. And about half of the people who said yes to having an iPhone did kind of creep over, maybe 40%, maybe 50%, creeped over and listened to what we had to say. And we ran into a problem. Again, this channel is not about boasting success or anything. It's about documenting the good, the bad. And this Sunday was that Sunday that we went was bad. And here's why. We can only jailbreak every single iPhone software except the latest one, because Apple wants you to stay in their confines, and they got a pretty tight grip on things. So people on the internet have learned how to jailbreak every iPhone software out there except for the latest one. So our total at the end of the day, we had sold 9 jailbroke. We had 9 people closed. 9 people closed at our price point. I think most of them were $30 a piece. A couple of them we got at 40, testing out different price points. And then a couple of them negotiated to 20. So I think we had, that came to somewhere like $200, $250, what our revenue would have been. But every single person we closed had the latest software. So obviously we sell ourselves. We give ourselves a chance to do that, and then once we get the sale, once we close it, we're like, all right, let's see if we can do this. So we look at their phone, and go figure, they couldn't. So long story short, last Sunday, not this past one, the last I don't know, like a week and a half ago, I'll say that. Today's Wednesday, a week and a half ago, on that Sunday, we made $0. We actually were in the red because of paying for the booth and paying for stuff like that. So it really was very little upfront capital money, but we were still in the red, and we still made $0. Now, we left with a ton of confidence. We felt great about what we were doing. We were so ready to go back the next week. just because we got 9 people closed. We closed 9 people. We had $250 in our pockets, minus the fact that they couldn't do it, which is the funny part. But we left feeling really good, and that's really all that matters. We wanted to come back and do much better. So long story short, we kind of shifted gears, because we're just messing around. We're only 20. We're just literally just messing around, trying to find something, trying to pursue something that matters, that can make us money, that could be fun. Anything's better than a ball busting food job, right? So you never know. And we went last Sunday, 3 days ago, or this past Sunday. We went 3 days ago, and we switched gears because we wanted to go again. We knew we couldn't do the iPhone thing because of how many people had that latest software, so that idea was kind of done, but we were still feeling really good about our selling abilities and just getting after it. That's what we felt good about. So what happened was, I'm real close with a lot of people at work. I've made great relationships with all these, seasoned salesmen and businessmen who've been just... Something I've noticed about the car business is a lot of these guys have entrepreneurial tendencies. They want to do different things on the side, or they have done different things, or some of them have even owned their own businesses. I think that's pretty cool, and the fact that they can relay that knowledge to me and what they've learned, I think that's awesome. So long story short, I've built, and I'm not bragging here, I've built some pretty badass relationships at work. I have one coworker in particular who, he's an Indian immigrant, came over here when he was 14, and when his wife is in India with his child, he's working at the car dealership that I'm at, so he can solidify his papers and get her over here legally on a work visa and that whole bit. Now this dude was an entrepreneur. This dude bought and sold stuff his entire life, holding 10 G's a month cash, just selling anything. Like, he did wholesale products for a while, he did used cars for a while. Sorry, my phone thing came on. And long story short, I plan on going to business with him when his wife gets over, when he will be able to leave his 9 to 5 and do his own thing again. And we have talked at length about that, and of course I'll have more updates on that in another video, and I literally can't wait. The future holds incredible things, and I can't wait. Just the future in general, short term, long term, tomorrow. That's cheesy, but it's true. That's how I feel. And so anyways, back to this relationship with a different coworker. His name's Mike. He worked in electronics for a long time. We flipped a couple cars together on the side. We've really grown to be legitimate friends. He's 42 and I'm 20. All my coworkers are a decade older than me at least. And Mike is 42. He said, "You know what, Chase, Mike was also an entrepreneur, and back in his day, he owned a used car lot when he was younger, when he was like 25, and then he got into electronics somehow, and he started reselling refurbished MacBooks and different electronics used for schools, because the guy he knew leased him out to schools, got him back after a couple years, wiped the hard drives, and then Mike would sell the shit out of them. So he goes, Chase, I'll help you out with your next Sunday visit. And he gave me 4 MacBooks and 4 jailbroken Fire Stick TVs. Now, that's not anything that me and my buddy, or me in particular especially, are necessarily passionate about. The jailbroken Fire Stick game is a little mucky because they need updates and sometimes they get in trouble, but that's not the point. The point was, we had something to sell, and all we wanted was product. We needed something to sell. We wanted to sell. We knew we wanted to sell. We were excited to sell. We were excited to go there. We just needed something to do now that the iPhone idea was done. So we brought 4 Fire Stick TVs, jailbroken ones, and 4 MacBooks. We go there. We spend the whole day there. This is 3 days ago on Sunday, and it wasn't bad. We got a lot of people going. Our final sales for that day, for 3 days ago, we stayed there about 6 hours because my friend had to leave for work, and we sold 1 MacBook and 1 Fire Stick TV. Now, the Fire Stick TV went for $100, and the MacBook we were asking $400. So at a swap meet, that is a high-ass price point. You got people selling anything and everything for pennies on the dollar, and our cheapest product is $100. So that was a obstacle in itself. We did much better. I'll put a picture in there somewhere. We did much better with the beautification of our booth. We had a couple signs. We were dressed presentable. We had a speaker. with a table with a sheet over it, with laptops displayed and a monitor with the Fire Stick TV plugged in so we could demo it. So we did a lot better on the beautification part, which was one of our main concerns because that's what we lacked the last week. But long story short, we walked out with $500 in revenue, minus the cost of the product. I think we made like $1.25 each, so it wasn't bad. But the cool part is we got home and, you know, again, it wasn't bad, but we wanted to do better. So I posted the MacBooks. I had 3 left. Posted the MacBooks online Sunday night after the swap. Put them on Facebook Marketplace, Letgo, OfferUp, and the DMs rolled in incredibly fast. Like I could not keep up. I still can't keep up. And by Monday afternoon, when I was on my way home from work, I dropped off 3 MacBooks on the way home from work. I dropped off 3 MacBooks, the remaining 3 I had on the way home from work, and I was holding $1,000 in my hand by the time I got home. So it became blaringly obvious that the internet is going to be the way to go, and that me and Mike, the electronic plug, have a great relationship. Like, I'm not just saying that, we have a really, really good relationship, a real friendship. Matter of fact, it's beyond business. And he's burnt out of the electronics game. He really is. He was straight up with me. We had a great talk. And long story short, he's essentially passing the torch to me if I want it. So he's going to give me access to unlimited MacBooks. Me and my friend will have to learn how to wipe hard drives. He doesn't want his name attached to that anymore. He was just doing it to help me out at first. He was wiping the hard drives himself. But from now on, we will have to do that. And we'll have access to incredibly cheap, perfectly working and refurbished with brand new hard drive MacBooks. And I probably have 35 DMs right now, people asking me, is this available, is this available? And I'm sold out. And I think 5 or 6 of them are saying, all right, hit me up right away when you get new ones and sell them to me. I literally can't keep up. Now, granted, I only had 4. So when you say you can't keep up and you only have 4, that's, you know, it's a different story. But I'm hoping to move 20 a week and make a couple $100 each sale. Like, it's good. I want it to be that easy. I want to move that fast. So I'm going to keep an update on that. Final thing on the swap, we did book a 3rd week at the swap. I told you guys about the first 2. We did book a 3rd week, but we really don't know what we're going to sell because we were there Sunday and we sold the 1 MacBook and the 1 Fire Stick, you know, made $500 or so. And we were like, okay, next week it is. Let's go to the office and book in advance 1 more week. So we did that, not knowing that the very next day we were going to plow through 3 MacBooks online because online sales is the way to go. It's just easier. It's simply easier and it's more efficient. So we're just rolling with the punches right now, honestly. We're gonna go next Sunday because we already bought the booth. It's Wednesday now. We still don't know what we're gonna sell. It's just the excitement of doing whatever is fun to me. So we don't know what we're gonna sell next week. I might just bring a hodgepodge of my shit in my house that I don't use and just sell that stuff. I don't know. We don't know. Maybe we'll make a couple $100 that way. But as far as the swap goes, unless we can find something where we can get wholesale day-to-day items at just cheap prices, you know, buy them in incredible bulk, you know, by the truckload or by the pallet. I know they sell liquidation pallets online. The thing with that is liquidation pallets, if they're easy to get, a lot of people are buying them. So it's, you know, it's kind of a toss up there. But it's all experimenting. You don't know what's going to work and you don't know what's not going to work. That's why we went to the swap, to see how the iPhone thing went. It didn't go well and it didn't discourage us. That was the biggest thing. We made it a point to not be discouraged no matter what happened. We made $0 all day and spent 8 hours on our feet. We didn't even bring chairs. Spent 8 hours asking people if they have iPhones all damn day to make $0. And we walked out of there with big ass smiles on our faces, ready to go next week. And that was the #1 factor, determining factor, to our success now. Even though this MacBook success is very small and it's just the tip of the iceberg and it's not even related to the iPhone thing, none of that would have happened if we had gotten discouraged. Fact. So we're gonna see how this MacBook thing goes. We're gonna kind of run with it and see how many we can push before school. I mean, end of August is when it's gonna kind of slow down, but we'll see how many we can push before then, and then Christmas picks up. If I still have access to all these MacBooks and I get good at wiping the hard drives and I'm consistently posting, which I know I'll be doing that, then I should make a shit ton of money just on the side. And I don't plan on pursuing that out. I don't plan on quitting my job to do that, But I'm all about the hustle, and if it's gonna make me money and all my friends go to school and I'd rather make money anyway, well then I am gonna go do it. So I'm kind of excited for this MacBook thing, and I'll make another video on an updated swap for the week 3, which we really don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll see. Other than that, that's it. That's a small update from the swap stuff and everything that's transpired with that. I got so much to talk about. I'm gonna have to break it up into videos. If I got 15 minutes rolling here, and that was just a tiny swap update. You know, my mind's moving a million miles an hour. I should be making more content based on everything that's in here, but it's an excuse. It's a shitty excuse, but it is an excuse. I work a lot, and then I get home and I want to eat dinner and rest with my family. And I know this is going to be worth it, and I know this is something I want to do, so I'm going to continue to make these videos. I should be pumping them out more. But that's it. That's the update. See you next time.